let me ask you a question. Do you scroll through TikTok and you get these videos showcasing review on products sold on TikTok shop? Some of them also claiming, having sales and stuff. Well, I do. Now, first, before I get into this video, a couple things I want to state. First off, if you're actually wanting to plan on leaving a comment down below this video, the comment section is actually off on this video because while this is a video that normally I don't actually do on the channel, this is one of those kind of videos where I want to kind of go over a certain product. Well, by certain, I mean 2 products on the channel. And I don't want to have this video cause any drama or anything like that because, well, this is just my experience with this. And, well, it's up to you if you want to take the concept or not on this. But as a content creator, even though there's actually someone new in the background of this channel, that's going to be a little something explain for next time. Anyway, as a content creator, one of the things that I've tried to have great on the performance of my quality of my videos is the decency of quality of equipment, such as my microphone right here, which is my Elgato Wave mic right here, which is the XLR, and other things such as my Corsair headset, which these are more for me to hear and stuff like that, also you said as well. But one of the things that I want to talk about today and focusing on the channel is this. Not you guys, but what you guys see me. Now, the first things first, let me kind of talk you through with the setup here. Now, with the camera here in front of me, I have a Logitech Streamer Pro 1080p webcam, which there's actually a specific model, and I think it's on my website. Now, the problem with this camera is I bought this camera somewhere around the mist of 2019. I think it was like December of 2019. I think it was like a Christmas present. And I ended up spending like 20 to 40 bucks for that camera because over time now, these cameras actually have marked up on price today. Well, that is where today we're going to talk about these. These cameras right here are the EMEET webcams. And I've seen a lot of people make reviews about these being the 4K and being the 1080p, well, mostly the 4K, which is right here, and saying how great the quality of these cameras are. Now, I've actually been wanting to change this camera for a couple reasons. A, because of how it handles the color, and B, how it sometimes comes unfocused and stuff like that. Now, that's where we're going to talk about with today. So, with these cameras, we're basically going to unbox these. We're going to put these in use and see how they do. And again, this is my review of the standpoint on these cameras. I'm not saying like these are cameras you should buy for yourself unless you're a content creator and want to take the gamble for yourself. Now, I actually got these on sale when they were on sale, and I also had an additional 20% off through the TikTok shop as well when I bought these. So I ended up spending about 50 something in total for these cameras. So are my expectations high? Well, I'm in the middle of that, but that's something we need to, we'll have to see how that plays, because one of the concepts as well with this purchase is I want to also get a camera for that. And if you've never tuned in my streams before, this here is my Epson TM T888V. I think that's right. It's in my head somewhere. But anyway, it's my thermal printer that gets used in live streaming. Whenever I have new subscribers, they get their fortune printout or new donations or special bonus within the certain amount of donations. Now, one of the things I've wanted to add on to make this more of an interactable piece is actually have a camera when the moment it actually prints. And that is actually where this 1080p one right here is going to be coming into play. And my hope is the 1080p is going to be good enough that it can actually see the actual receipts crisp and clear, because this one actually struggles to do that as well. If not, well, I might be ordering another 4K one in the future, depending on how well these do. But yeah, Now that that's kind of explained the concept of what these cameras are going to be put into play for within my setup, let's get into unboxing, shall we? Okay, so we're going to unbox this. Now, I know the unboxing camera does not look great because that is the camera that, if you've seen before in my past streams, known as the ELS cam. And this is another Logitech camera. The problem with this camera, which was also used at the time ROG M17, I hope our recording didn't mess up. Anyway, as I said, when we got the ROG M17 computer, we used this camera to capture the moments on screen because I didn't have the video graphics card drivers installed. And so, yes, the quality of this camera did not look great. Now, I did get this camera actually really cheap because I bought it at a thrift store, brand new in box, other than having a little bit of box damage, for like $11. So, you know, this camera was really good for the price, even though it was manufactured in like 2009, 2010. But that's the camera we use. Now, this camera is going to get replaced with my Logitech 1080Q camera because the quality of this camera actually being a little bit more better. Plus, for the usage of ELS cam, it will be perfect. Anyway, let's go ahead and unbox this. So we're just going ahead and just use this. This is my box cutting knife. I think it's only got one seal. I think it does. It does. All right. Alrighty. So we get the manuals. I don't care about the manuals. Alrighty. So it's a USB 2.0. So not very fully good in my opinion. I mean, it would be nice to actually see a 3.0 because the 3.0 would actually be, you know, I think more of a higher speed since 3.0 is higher. And it does come with the little cover thing, which I personally don't use these because I don't see the point. I get there's some people that do, but I don't. So, yeah. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a tilt there. It doesn't have a screen protector on it. It looks like it might have. Can I peel it off? Because I don't like the air bubbles. Probably could. Hang on. Probably. I don't know. But we're not going to take that risk too much. Anyway. So that is that one, which again, didn't have much, just that manual in the box. So we'll go ahead and put that back inside. And we'll go ahead and close that up. So it does say 4K on there, so thankfully there is a way to tell the difference. Let's go ahead and unbox the 1080p really quick and get this one open up. So this one, they actually wrapped it up in plastic, which, how nice. I did not get a good cut on that. I thought I did. There we go. I think I got a better cut now. There we go. So, I say that. Yep, there we go. Come on. So, and alright, so how does, I think this one's a side open. I think you're right. It looks like it's a side open. Yep, it's a side open. I think it is. Hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually right here. Just like that. Okay. I actually like that. And look at that. They even said thank you for choosing their company. Well, for what I paid for, I was willing to give it a shot. So this one claims right here to be a autofocus HD 1080p, which with the terminology of autofocus, I'm really hoping that's going to be the case because this will be great for thermal printer cam. Now, one of the things I also do love the fact that these cameras do have the tripod mounts. I like that because this Logitech 720p camera here did not have a tripod mount. Mind you, this thing was manufactured around 2010, and I don't know if they changed the time or didn't change the time, changed the design over time. That was not meant to be a rhyme, but it did. Anyway, but so yeah, I had to take the original mount off, which almost did destroy the the hinge of the actual camera to put in a 3D printed mount on this camera to actually make this work. But yeah, this camera does not actually have a tripod mount on it, so that was one of the things that was really downfall about it. But again, I only paid 11 bucks for that camera, so you know, for 11 bucks plus being a genuine Logitech camera, you get what you get. But anyway, so now that we got it, we went ahead and unboxed the cameras. Let's go ahead and get those cameras set up, shall we? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off face cam. So that's gonna be just black on my screen. And so you just see close-up cam, well, EOS cam as it is. So as you see right here, it is on, but we're gonna quickly just tell it to say nope. So I'm gonna quickly just select that, so that way it is disabled and not showing up active on our screen. I'm gonna quickly move myself down here, and then I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. If I can figure out no, that's not it. That's the speaker. Oh, here we go. This is it. All right, there we go. All right, so we're now unplugged. So out with the old, maybe. Maybe. Well, we got to start. There we go. Out with the old. And in with the new. Hey, I kind of like the actual tripod mount on this one a little bit more. I do feel like it's not centered. Like I feel like up here is not centered. Oh, it actually has a legit tilt. Okay, that is cool. It's got a legit tilt, so you could tilt it sideways. That's actually kind of cool. But let's get her plugged in. All right, so we now plugged in. It is seeing the drives. And of course, I'm going to have to go into it later to change to say, hey, don't use the webcam mic. Because I can change that to say, you know, set my actual Elgato to default. So I'm actually going to put this over here. And I'm going to change it to this one. I'm going to press OK. Okay. Facecam should be here. Oh, I turned the actual thing off. Okay, so we definitely need to tweak the color. But look at how crisp this is. Oh my god. This is crisp. This is really crisp. Okay, hang on. I need to turn off the green screen filter. It is a bit dark in my opinion. I feel like the lighting could be better, but look at how crisp this is. Oh my goodness gracious, this is crisp. Okay, hang on. Let me look and see color spec. Let me put our default. That's kind of better. Color range full. We're at highest range. Yes, I want 1080p. What happens if I go to this one? Nope, that don't make a difference. Okay, we'll just go with the default for now. So, honestly, I feel like the brightness just needs to be adjusted, but I also had the PlayStation 4 camera, which is used for the actual motion controls and stuff like that, and I had that same issue with the color brightness, but the quality of the smoothness of the camera was insane, like unbelievable. Like, you know, you wouldn't expect the fact that this camera actually gets this high motion of quality, but It's actually pretty decent for the size. I need to do a little bit of movement on the green screen over there, and I definitely need to do some changes on the chroma key. I don't like the fact that it sees through that light. I think the old one was doing that as well. So that just goes to show this green screen is a little bit transparent. That means I need to put a solid behind it. Beautiful, but that's something I gotta tweak in the future. I don't fully like the fact that how zoomed it is, a bit more zoomed in, because with the old one you could see like the printer and all that. I mean, it gets myself perfect. I like the fact it gets me perfect, but I don't like the fact that it is cutting out a little bit of this of the actual office setup. But hey, that makes up anyway because I bought the 1080p camera, which is the next one I'm gonna have to figure out how to install to get ourselves thermal printer cam, I should say. But I feel like if I adjust the brightness, which actually I might be able to do here. Let's have a look. Color correct. Is that it? Here we go. Oh, then no, that's not gonna do it. And yes, contrast. There we go. Just the contrast. The contrast just need to be adjusted. Let's put the contrast 50. I think 50 would be good. Actually, yeah, the contrast is still a little bad. Let's put the contrast. Let's put it at 25%. Let's say 25%. Okay, hang on. What's it look without contrast to contrast? Yeah, 25% I think would be fine on the contrast. The contrast makes it a lot more better. And then we just need to redo the chroma key. Okay, I need to actually turn off the green screen so I can see what it is chroma keying. But I feel like when I do the chroma key, it does really affect this. Like, chroma key off, chroma key on. I feel like it does it like the chroma key. But then again, if I really do the tweakness of getting rid of all that, which it actually is pretty good. So hang on, let me turn back on green screen. Ah, but you see, this is where it twisted down a bit. You know, I'm just gonna have to play around with this, but I think this is going to really make a big impact on the camera, especially when it comes to live streaming. That's the idea, is to have a whole better quality camera. So far, this has been worth the money. Now, I think I paid like 30 something for this one, and I paid 20 something for the other. I'll have to actually have to look back at the bill. But so far, I love this. This is actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and let's try out the other one really quick. Now, with the other one, I'm actually not going to set it up because I don't actually have a tripod ready for the actual... I don't actually have a tripod ready for the actual thermal printer. That's something I got to figure out how to do within the future. But I want to kind of just give you a hands-on experience with this one to see how well it does actually with the thermal printer. So... this is, like I said, this one's going to be the thermal printer camera. It's going to be the future thermal printer camera. I still need to figure out how I'm going to mount it, but I want to at least just give it a try and see how it does. So this one is, again, the 1080p autofocusing camera. So I'm just going to plug this one in front of my computer. Close. And then we're going to go ahead and just add this as a device on here for now. So let's go into where is video capture devices, TP printer cam. I'm not gonna save it on here anyway because this is for streaming purposes. But if we do this one, okay, it does see Corsair pretty good. But let's take it over here, okay? So that's thermal printer action right there. So let me get this streamer bot going. but it reads that so good. Perfect. Anyway, I'm actually real proud of these. These actually are pretty good for what they are. So take this as a granted. You want to get these for yourself? I'm gonna put them in the description below. Get them through TikTok, and if they're also on Amazon, I'll probably put a link for Amazon as well. But yeah, apart from that, these are going to be the new cameras that are going to run within my productions of recordings and streaming. So hopefully they'll last us for quite a while, because I mean, like I said, this one right here, this is my old Logitech 1080Q. Ooh, see, she's just a little bit of struggle. Hang on. How about you? Yeah, you kind of are doing good. Okay, you got it. You got it. That's the old Logitech camera, which I've had for a long time, since 2019. So, yeah, she's not going to be retired yet. She is just going to get used for something else. But that one right there, come on, that one right there is going to get retired for something else probably. But yeah, that's the old. What is this one? Oh, it doesn't say. I'm sure I have the model for it, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it with this video. Pretty much, like I said, I took a gamble, and it paid off. And I'm real happy that these actually are pretty good for what they are. I mean, like I said, I can't get over the fact that 4K with this one. It's so crisp. I love it. So, yeah. Anyway. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like I said, this just was an unusual, not very, unusual, really not common kind of video I wanted to do on the channel. But I really kind of wanted to kind of, you know, put what I feel, to me, a legitimate review. Now, I'm not saying that, I mean, are they going to last for a long time? I mean, definitely worth them what I paid for them. They're definitely great for what I need them for. My hope is over time, they'll last a long time. Now, am I going to say, is it worth the bit to buy them? If they're definitely on sale, heck yes. But in generosity, yeah. That's up to you to decide on that. But for me, for what I need them for, they're perfect. They're exactly what I'm looking for and all that. So I'm honestly very happy with these cameras. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel and, well, if you want to check out within any other content I do on the channel, not much involving like this, but other content such Roblox, Minecraft, all that kind of jazz, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And if you do want to leave a like on this video, that is your choice on that, because like I said, this is one of those kind of things I don't fully do on the channel, but it's something I wanted to do just to kind of do a little quick concept on these cameras, which again, while I may have not have put this one fully into play, I gotta figure out how I want to put this one fully into play, especially when it comes to the ELS cam, which actually I want to quickly try some. Yeah. I'm already loving these cameras because if they're doing a great job reading these papers, that's what I want to see, because my old Logitech 1080Q here, she was struggling. And so, yeah. Apart from that, that's pretty much all there is within this video. I've been your host, Jpdminecart. You've all been the odds. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.